Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Neither Susie Evans or Justin Glaze has had much luck finding love on Bachelor Nation shows. She was a contestant on Clayton Echard's season of The Bachelor. Clayton sent her home after an argument, but begged her to return after realizing he was still in love with her. She did return, but only to turn down his final rose. However, they revealed during the After the Final Rose special that they reconnected after filming and were in a relationship. They dated for about 6 months before calling it quits. Meanwhile, Justin Glaze was the runner-up on Katie Thurston's season of The Bachelorette. He joined Season 8 of Bachelor in Paradise, but was eliminated in Week 2. He came back to the show in Week 4 for another chance, but was eliminated again. After his time on Bachelor in Paradise, Justin Glaze formed a friendship with Susie Evans. They played coy about the status of their relationship for a while before finally confirming in early 2024 that they were a couple. They officially dated for about a year before he was spotted out on a date with another woman, sparking split rumors. Susie and Justin confirmed in August 2024 that they had ended their relationship. He joined Season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise for another chance at finding love. Susie Evans is also a contestant on the new season, though she has yet to arrive on the beach. Before the two exes reunite on screen, take a look back at the real reason they broke up. Real reason Susie Evans and Justin Glaze split up. Justin Glaze and Susie Evans as a potential couple were cute at first, but fans quickly tired of their "are they or aren't they" social media content. Throughout their friendship and relationship, the Bachelor Nation alums posted several sponsored videos taking advantage of their relationship. Some fans accused them of only dating for social media clout. Susie Evans and Justin Glaze played coy again once rumors that they had broken up circulated online. Once the split was confirmed, the Bachelor Nation stars pleaded for privacy. They didn't say much about the real reason for their split. "Susie and I, we're not together. We're doing our best to, kind of like I said, protect each other, keep things private as we try to navigate what this looks like for us," Justin Glaze said on the Almost Famous podcast at the time. The former couple come face-to-face on BIP. Justin Glaze was among the contestants arriving on Week 1 of BIP. He started to form a connection with Lexi Young, a contestant from Joey Graziati's season of The Bachelor. Bad weather prevented Justin and Lexi from going on a date. Lexi was nervous about connecting with Justin so soon after his split with Susie Evans. However, Lexi gave him a rose during the rose ceremony. How will she react once Susie arrives and the exes come face-to-face? Susie Evans and Justin Glaze might hash out their split and give more details. Maybe sparks will reignite between the two, and they'll give their relationship another chance. The next episode of Bachelor in Paradise airs on Monday, July 14th at 8 p.m.
BIP stars Susie Evans and Justin Glaze split up. A love that wasn't meant to last. A paradise that seemed perfect. When Susie Evans stepped onto the golden sands of Bachelor in Paradise, fans had no idea that the woman who once loved the Bachelor, Clayton Echard, would form an unexpected connection with Justin Glaze, a charming, emotionally intelligent fan favorite from Katie Thurston's season. Their chemistry was instant. Cameras caught stolen glances, warm embraces, and laughter that seemed to echo through the waves. They weren't forced together by producers or driven by strategy. No, this was real, or at least it looked like it. "We didn't plan it. It happened," Susie confessed in a confessional, her voice soft but steady. Justin, never one to play up the drama, had said it simply. "With Susie, I feel grounded." For fans and even their co-stars, it was hard not to root for them. They seemed to balance each other out. Her free-spirited optimism and his thoughtful introspection were a combination no one saw coming but everyone welcomed. But just months after filming wrapped and the couple went public, rumors swirled. Distance, differences, disconnection. And now the fairy tale had crumbled. The warning signs no one saw. When Susie and Justin first returned to the mainland, things seemed normal. They shared Instagram stories from hikes in California, late-night dinners, and goofy TikToks that screamed couple goals. But behind the scenes, the cracks had already started to show. Justin's idea of quality time was deep conversations and silence. Mine was spontaneous weekend trips and constant affection. Susie allegedly told a friend. Insiders claimed their differences were subtle at first. Justin was more introverted, happy to spend a quiet night painting or journaling. Susie, on the other hand, thrived on connection, communication, and activity. It wasn't dramatic, it was just, we weren't clicking the way we used to, said a source close to the pair. Fans noticed when their once daily posts started slowing down. The captions grew shorter. The sparkle in their eyes seemed dimmer in recent red carpet photos. But still, no one wanted to believe that another Bachelor Nation couple was on the verge of collapse. Love languages collide. At the heart of the split was something far less dramatic and far more real: misaligned love languages. Susie needs words of affirmation and physical touch, said a producer who worked with the couple post-show. Justin shows love through acts of service and quality time. But when you're speaking different love languages without translation, it starts to feel like you're being ignored, even when the other person is trying. According to friends, Susie often felt emotionally alone, even in Justin's presence. He, in turn, felt like he was constantly disappointing her. It's like I'd planned something I thought would be special, and it wasn't enough. But I didn't know how to do more without losing myself, Justin reportedly told a friend. This wasn't about betrayal or scandal. It was a classic case of two people deeply liking each other, but loving in different ways and being unable to bridge the gap. Careers, commitments, and clarity. While emotional misfires took a toll, logistics played their part too. Susie's career as a content creator and videographer was exploding. She had just signed brand deals, speaking engagements, and even hinted at launching her own media production company. Justin, meanwhile, had returned to Baltimore and was thriving in the real estate and art scenes. He'd started showcasing his work more regularly and co-hosting a mental health podcast. Their physical distance and the differing speeds of their careers added another layer of strain. They were in different time zones, emotionally and literally, said a mutual friend. You can only do FaceTime so much before it starts to feel like a Band-Aid on a deeper wound. Justin reportedly suggested slowing down, even taking a break to focus on personal growth. Susie wanted clarity, a plan, a future. But what she received instead was space, and in that space, she realized the love might not be enough. The breaking point. The final straw came quietly. No dramatic screaming match, no paparazzi photos, just a long, honest conversation at Susie's Airbnb in LA. She cried, he listened. Then he cried. It was raw, real, but peaceful. In that moment, they both admitted what neither wanted to say aloud. We love each other, but we're not in love anymore. That night, they decided to part ways, not with anger, but with mutual respect. They agreed not to immediately post about it, wanting to preserve the last piece of their love that still felt sacred. But as fans started piecing together clues, missing rings, solo trips, and cryptic captions, the truth could no longer hide. The social media fallout. Once the breakup was made public, fans were divided. Some blamed Justin, claiming he wasn't present enough. Others pointed fingers at Susie, accusing her of chasing clout. Susie broke her silence first with a heartfelt Instagram reel set to a melancholy acoustic version of Space Cowboy by Casey Musgraves. Caption: Sometimes love is not a forever kind of thing. We tried, we cared, and we grew. I'll always root for him. Justin followed hours later with a photo of the ocean and a caption that read, "Healing is not linear, but I'm grateful for what we shared. Thank you for letting me in." Though respectful, the posts didn't satisfy the ever-curious Bachelor Nation fandom. Rumors swirled. Did Justin emotionally check out first? Did Susie already have someone else? Was it all a storyline from the beginning? But the truth, as it often is, was human then dramatic. When growth hurts. As weeks turned into months, both Justin and Susie leaned into healing. Susie began sharing more solo adventures, often dropping nuggets of wisdom about self-love and independence. "Being alone doesn't mean being lonely," she told fans during a Q&A. "I've learned more about who I am in the past few months than I ever thought possible." Justin retreated a bit more but emerged stronger. He launched a new art series titled Unfinished Conversations, which fans believed was inspired by their split. In a podcast episode with fellow Bachelor alum Mike Johnson, he opened up for the first time. It wasn't a lack of love, it was a lack of timing, a lack of shared rhythm. "I'll always respect her, but sometimes the right people show up at the wrong time." Closure, not comeback. Though fans held out hope for a reconciliation, sources close to the couple shut those rumors down. "They talk occasionally, but it's not romantic," said a friend. "They're just both focused on themselves now, and that's not a bad thing." Ironically, the breakup may have made them better people. Susie has launched a new series on YouTube about personal healing and emotional growth. Justin's podcast continues to climb charts, and his artwork has been featured in several galleries. They've each taken what they learned from one another and poured it into their futures. In a way, they were each other's necessary heartbreak. What Bachelor Nation can learn. Susie Evans and Justin Glaze weren't a failure story. They were a reflection of real-life relationships that don't end in flames, but fade with dignity. Fans are so used to explosive cheating scandals and messy feuds that a quiet, emotional breakup feels unsatisfying. But that's what made this split so powerful. It was real. It reminded viewers that love isn't always enough, that timing matters, that understanding yourself is just as important as understanding your partner. And perhaps most importantly, that letting go can be an act of love too. A letter to what was. 6 months after the breakup, Susie posted a letter on her blog titled, "To the boy who taught me stillness. You showed me a version of love that didn't need fireworks to be real. You reminded me that depth didn't need volume. And even though we didn't last, we mattered. Thank you for the quiet and for the goodbye that didn't break me, but rebuilt me." Justin never publicly responded, but a week later he posted a photo of a single candle in the dark with the caption, "Some lights don't burn forever, but they lit the way when we needed them." And just like that, the story of Susie Evans and Justin Glaze came to an end, not with betrayal, not with scandal, but with respect, growth, and the kind of heartbreak that makes you better. The real reason they split? Because love isn't always about holding on. Sometimes it's about knowing when to let go.